Hey guys, Grassman here, playing some more chess. The Fortnite Finals thing is gonna be on pretty soon. I didn't really play, but I want to see what the ending of the chapter is anyway. Um, why is he already thinking for his first move? Okay, I'm gonna attack the pawn then. What was the point of having moved at the 1 the first time? Now I'm just up development. Or I'm going to be. Okay, start moving this one out. Get the bishop to g7. I moved that one up. I can actually move the bishop back if I need, although he's got a whole bunch of pawns there, so there's not really any point in trying to go there. All of them on the dark squares, meaning his light squares are quite weak. What if I pawn break to develop the knight? And then castle. And then my rook, I can get a discovered attack on his knight. Isn't too helpful? I mean, it does something. I can move the knight to g4, and then plan to... I expected him to take that. Doesn't really do much. I'm just gonna go here, because now that he's moved that, I have an ability to attack that pawn and then the rook, and then he'll have another pawn to. He has like 3 pawns and a rook hanging there once I get my queen in. The one's not hanging yet, but it will be. Whoops. He's thinking, alright. So looking on the left side, if I take the pawn, he takes back with the bishop. I take with my knight, he takes with the pawn. I can't take with the bishop because he takes with the knight, or he takes the knight first and then he takes with the bishop last, getting my rook trapped. So I can't do any of that. Okay, he just advanced that pawn. That's probably one of the better things he could have done there, yeah. My queen doesn't have a lot of safe squares to go to. All I can do is go back. If he takes, my queen is trapped. But then I take back the knight. Just attack here. It'll leave the pawn unguarded if he takes, so I can just take it, or I can move up and trap the rook. Of course, he can just move his knight out of the way and that's guarded by the queen. My one knight can't move there much. There's a lot of tension on the left side. If he takes, I get to develop the knight, I get to castle. I can take that because the pawn is pinned. What if he takes his other pawn? If he takes the other pawn... He takes the other pawn, because those ones are stuck. Then... Take, and I get that. I've got enough stuff threatening the e5 square. If he takes the other pawn, I can attack d4, and that's the only thing attacking. That's the only thing. The knight's the only thing guarding there. So you would have to move both of his pieces in to attack that. If he was left with a bishop, I have 3 things on the square. He'd only have 3. But if I attack it, then he moves the pawn out of the way. So I can move the g pawn up, threaten the bishop, and then move it up again, force him to move the knight, and then I can attack it. Unless he covers it with the bishop. So now if he takes the other one, I could take with the rook, forcing, or probably making him move his rook up. It's not really a good play for me. What is that? What does that do? I'll just take a free... Sure, I'll take another pawn. Go there. Attacking the rook, which is guarded. I'm also attacking the knight, which is not guarded. And that attacking the knight will give it check. What's his plan here? Does he have one? I can move my knight out of the way as well. I can move it to b6 and then I can attack the pawn. Or I could use my rook to attack the pawn. I mean, it's guarded, so that would just be a rook trade. No, because I lose my knight to his queen as well. And then I've got my own knight pinned. That just hangs a knight and pins his own knight. This no longer comes with check, but it pins his knight. He's got no knights now. That one square is severely weakened now. He's got 2 things covering it, I have 2 things covering it. But I'd also be starting the attack, so I'd come out on top there. Except I'd be losing. Oh no, yeah, I just come out up a pawn. So of course he takes first. I can take his bishop, but then I lose my own bishop. I may as well take that first. I'm also now threatening to go knight g4, bishop or queen to d4, take that pawn, and then fork his queen and his rook. That just that clean hangs a bishop. So the thing is, do I want to take the bishop, or do I want to go to the square and fork his queen and his rook? That's only going to win a rook. For now, I'm just going to win material. I'm up 7 points. As long as I don't, like, hang my queen here or something, I'm fine. I'm still able to try and get the attack to fork at the things. Is there anything else here good I can fork? Forks are hard to see. But when you do notice a good one... Okay, the amount of stuff that allows me to attack. He's not threatening anything here. Okay, I'm just gonna go here. He can't give, like, some check with his bishop. I'm attacking the bishop, I'm pinning it to his queen. I'm attacking the rook, I'm attacking the knight, I'm attacking that pawn, even though the knight and pawn are guarded. And if he's castling. So everything there is guarded. I still have that one bishop that's not doing anything. Okay, I'm also going to do this. Because now I can get a discovered attack on the queen. I can move my knight to e4, attack his knight, and then I'll also then attack the rook, and I get a discovered attack on the queen. So he's gonna have to move his queen, I get his knight, I'm threatening his rook. If he takes the bishop, I just take his bishop, he's down tons of material. He's moved the queen out of danger. I need to get more of my pieces in the action here. I don't want to get mated here. He has nothing guarding that white square, though, so it's not mate. I can just take him back my king. I'm going to create a pawn break over here. I am running kind of low on time. Create a pawn break here. You can't take, because I just take his rook if he takes with it. What? I didn't see that. If I back up, it's fine. He doesn't really have anything here. Not attacking the knight, not attacking that knight. Not attacking the pawns or anything, I'm just gonna block the rook. Everything's guarded. I can now move my knight for another discovered attack on the queen. Go here. Everything is still guarded. I'm attacking his queen, and I discovered attack his queen. Will he notice it, though? If he takes the pawn, he just loses his queen. Yeah, I thought he might do that. He figures, oh, okay, his knight's attacking. Take the knight, lose the queen. I've got a passed pawn. Once I attack his one pawn, his rook is stuck defending it. My other rook is free to roam. Still can't quite take that bishop. What? What is he doing? He can't, like, do some annoying fork here. I can just clean take this with my rook, can't I? Yeah. Because if he takes with his other rook, it's not quite mate, because of his knight guarding that one square. But if he takes with the rook, he's about to hang mate. Does he have a way to not lose this next move? He might not. This might just be mate. He has to move one of the pawns up to create an escape route for his king. He's lost anyway. I'm up 18 points of material. I must say, this is a pretty disappointing game from a 700. What did I hit 750? I thought it was only like 720. I think this is mate. We only had time for one game. Too bad chess takes so long. We could play a fast game, like a 5-minute game or something. I think this is just mate. Anything he does, like, he has to move a pawn out. That's all. That's the only thing he can do. If he moves up a pawn, I take his rook with check, force him to, like, move. I could take the rook with my rook, and I'm still maintaining pressure on the bishop. So then I just take the bishop with my rook. He takes the pawn. I take the pawn. Just simplify. He's technically got one of my pawns, a bishop, and a rook forked. If he takes the bishop, I can't take back. But again, I'm about to have a mate. I think he's looking for a way to escape this. I don't think he's thinking of escaping with the pawns, though. Or he's just stalling. He might just be stalling. I'm gonna pause in case that's it. Yeah, okay, he gave up. Yeah, so, like, theoretically, he could have moved, like, let's say he moves up the outside pawn. I take the rook with check. He has to leave. Okay, he just resigned after, like, the last 20 seconds. I guess to not, like, look bad or something, but... Let's look at the game report. Let's screw a 5-minute game. Let's get the game report. So he was up in the beginning, and then he made some mistakes, and then he made that one massive blunder of hanging his queen. Yeah, so I only made 2 mistakes and 2 inaccuracies. Other than that, it went pretty well. He made one mistake, so one less mistake, 2 more inaccuracies, and 2 blunders, which are like initial thing, like sent me winning. So it must have been like a mistake, and then the blunder that put me the winning, and then the giant blunder, the other giant blunder. Bishop pair is a lesson. Okay, I'll look at those after. So book. Is this a book? How is this a book move? What does this do? I guess there's lots of the Karo Khan thing. It wanted me to bring the bishop out. I'm not sure why. I guess it doesn't want me to block in my bishop. That makes sense. Bishop out before the knight. So that bishop was just sitting most of the game. Would have been good to bring it out. So he's up right now. Now he's medium. That's an inaccuracy. Yeah, it wanted me to take the pawn. Yeah, because so here, had I taken the pawn... This was the other thing I was considering. Take. Oh, that's a mistake. Hang on. Take? What's it want me to do here? Oh, it wants me to leave it. He just wanted the pawn trade. Okay. So I moved... So it was an accuracy to move out the queen, inaccuracy to move that out. So that's my first inaccuracy, and that's his first inaccuracy. That's his second. He made 4, remember? Because it just allows me to do that. It still wants me to take the pawn over there. That's another inaccuracy. Because now I just take his... that's my second inaccuracy, apparently. Again, it just wanted me to take over there. And that's one of my mistakes. That's a mistake. Why is it a mistake? So, f6. So it just wants to take like this. How do you want me to take? Oh no, it wants me to develop the knight. Of course. Thing is, this doesn't do anything for him. Like, what's his next move? So that's a mistake. That's a blunder. And that's one of his blunders. Because it hangs the knight. Then we finally do that. Here it wanted me to actually take the bishop for some reason. So there it wanted me to take the bishop before it wanted me to take the knight. What's the difference? Not sure. Strange. There's his final inaccuracy. He has a blunder to go yet. So that was doing that because this just hangs a bishop again. I'm already up 11 points. Or I'm up 11 like rating. It's pretty much a guaranteed win. Move this, threaten a whole bunch of stuff. Castle. That move. Why did I... Oh yeah, I blocked. So it says that's a mistake? That's only a mistake? How is that a mistake? He hung his queen. It's only down 5 and then it's down 18. That's his under blunder? Well, yeah, I guess because it, like, hangs... It's a guaranteed mate and whatever now. Yes, it did hang mate. What's his best move? Rook f1? Why does he want the rook there? Wait. Hang on, this is a forced move that gives mate in 5. Wouldn't it just be mate in 6 here then? Shit, hang on. So mate in 5, it's just... No, I don't want there. I want to bring over the rook. And I want to first go here. Cut him off. Don't know how to get it well. Anyway. So that's his other blunder. And then this. How is hanging the queen not a blunder? So realistically, he made at least 3 blunders there. Hanging the queen is totally a blunder. From this position, it's like... Here he's like... He's down 11. Now he's down 8. Because of that mistake, he's only down 5. Thing is, he proceeds to hang his queen. So it wanted him to go here. Because now it's threatening... It's threatening my knight, it's threatening my rook, and it's threatening my bishop. The bishop's covered, the rook isn't, and the knight is, but by the queen, and because his pawn's attacking it, there's nothing I can do. The thing is, like, I just attack here. That's a blunder. How is any of this a blunder? What's his next bit? c5? It wants him to take now. But I just go here. If he takes, he hangs... How is this not mate? Oh, he blocks. Okay. Oh, that's why I always review games. Yeah, that was... How is that not a blunder? He hung his... Like, it's down from -5 to -18. That's like... That means it dropped by 13 points. Which is the equivalent of a queen and a rook. Or just about. Then he's down to 19. Then he's down to mate in 6. Because of whatever this is. And this is where the game ended. Wow. What about the, what about key moments? Last book move. That's a mistake. Yes, I want you to just take. Best reply to your opponent's mistake. That's a mistake? See, it says that, but that's assuming, like, the opponent's not going to do something stupid with his queen. The reason I did that was because I'm, like, the whole reason I did that was, oh no, my knight. Oh no, my knight. Oh no, my knight. It just wanted the knight there. It still wanted the attack on the queen, but... Like, the whole point of that move was... You know the thing like Gotham does? Like... Oh no, my knight. Oh no, my knight. Oh no, my knight. Take that. And, like, had I gone to the other spot, it's like, it's less urgent. Because then he's gonna look, okay, why did he put his knight there? And he might see, like, the developing attack. But if I put my knight here, it's like, okay, the knight's attacking my queen. I'll just take his knight, and then hang my queen. But, yeah, that was a good game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, feel free to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.